Hey guys, Michael Allen. Hey, welcome to another little expat series we're doing, and we got our good friend Mendee. We're going to be talking to her because she's going to offer like even a better perspective. So this is Mendee.
Hello.
So how long have you been in Costa Rica?
2 years. 2 years now.
How did you decide on Costa Rica? There. Did you do that world map thing where you spin it and you just go like that?
I decided I wanted to move somewhere, Latin America, and I didn't know exactly where to go, and I didn't know anyone, and I had 2 dogs to bring along, so I opted to instead to travel for a couple months and just leave the dogs and just make it a short-term thing. Came here, met some really great people.
So you didn't go really the whole other Central America parts first?
No, I just did. I just did Costa Rica. I chose Costa Rica because I felt like it was a place I'd heard that it was, of a lot of my choices in Latin America, it was one of the more secure places for a woman to travel by herself.
And also probably not so third worldish a little bit.
No, it really isn't.
Did you come down here with anybody?
No, I came by myself when I traveled. And in that 2 months when I met some people and got kind of a support network, I decided to go back to the States, pack up everything, and move back down. So when I came back, no, I came by myself, but I brought my dogs.
Oh, really? What did your family think about you coming down to a foreign country, Central America, and that kind of thing?
They weren't digging it. Not at all. They were worried because they didn't know Costa Rica, and I didn't know much about it. So they were worried, but since I've been here, in the 2 years that I've been here, they're completely happy with me. I mean, they'd rather.
Did you have the bug to leave? I mean, you're kind of young, actually. I mean, a lot of you're young, and to make a big move like that, a lot of people wait till a little bit later. Did you just kind of all of a sudden I want to change in my life?
I wanted to change. I was ready. I was ready.
Yeah, well, I want to talk a little bit because Mendee's got she's bought a house down here, so she knows things about that. She started a business down here. She brought her dogs down here, like she said. And hey, can we see him? Helen, can you come on?
Come here. Come here.
I don't know if you can see him in the picture, but believe me, she's got 2 pretty medium-sized dogs. So we'll ask her about that as well. So you came down here. So tell us about buying a house. Was it difficult? What did you do first? You don't have to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just kind of a general thing.
It was remarkably easy. It really was. The only thing you really have to do if you have, I don't know about dealing with banks. The houses here, if you buy a typical Tico house, it's not that expensive. So if you have the money to just buy the house out flat.
So I guess we should make it clear. You didn't build. You bought. This is a pre-existing house.
No, and to build with all of the, I've heard enough and seen enough nightmares that you could go that route, but it's not for me.
It's easier just
it's
to.
Much easier.
I want that one.
So no, as long as you have an attorney, and if you've got the money, you meet with the attorney, the owner, sign, pay, boom. It's that simple. However, I was encouraged to put it under the name of an association first, not under my personal name. So that is a recommendation I would make to other people as well.
So you actually you started like a business kind of on paper.
Begin on paper. It's simple.
What do they call that? They call it
Sociedad Anónima.
Sociedad Anónima.
Anónima. So
now was that difficult?
That was easy. You just get a few people to come along, make some signatures. It cost me 2 years ago. It cost $200. So it was cheap. You just go to the attorney, pay the fee. Within 2 weeks, I imagine, usually, you get back your corporation, and then you can put the house in the name of the corporation.
So you're in a house. Okay, but you're not a resident down here, right?
You don't have to be to own a house.
But you're not, right?
No.
So you can own a house, no problem.
No problem.
All right. So how about the business? You started a business.
Business is as well. You don't have to be a resident either to start a business down here. However, you do have to have a cedula number, which is that association that I was talking about. You have to have that to start a business, to get the license for it.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, it's some paperwork. It's running around doing this and that. There are lots of little steps, but again, it's nothing too expensive or too difficult to do.
Now, a lot of people talk about the Tico Time. Like how long some things can take.
Tico Time exists.
Now, did say that again?
Tico Time exists. It is real.
We hear that pretty much all the time. But you're kind of. Did you get that? Did things go on and on and on?
Yes. And the
we need
thing,
one more document.
Well, the thing that I found to be one of the things I've noticed about this country is the people are wonderful, but the people, and I don't know why, whether they don't want to tell you that they don't know, or they just, I'm not sure the reason, but if you go to any number of people, if you went to 10 different people and asked them the same question, you're going to get 10 different answers. So when I started my company, I was told put it in your personal name, under your passport number. Now, 2 months later, after running the business for 2 months, I found out my business never existed. Because you can't do that. So you ran
your business for 2 months, but really
it never existed. And this was a person who works for this for creating these licenses. So it really, you can hear a lot of different things from a lot of different people.
Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. The dogs. Bringing the dogs down here. You got two, not huge dogs, but
they're
fairly
about
big.
60 pounds each, so they're decent-sized dogs. It was also remarkably easy. All you need to bring your dogs down here is a few mandatory shots, vaccinations, and a health certificate from a vet. There's no quarantine. The hardest thing I thought that I encountered in this whole transition was putting them on an airplane, because that's the most stressful thing for an animal to be put on.
And probably stressful for you as well, being the owner.
Yeah, so that was, otherwise it's very easy.
Well, here he is.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
He wants to play ball.
His name is Helmet?
This is Helmet.
This is Helmet. He wants to play, but we're talking right now. We'll get back to you, okay? Did you find any advantages being here in Costa Rica doing things? I mean, did you come down, okay, you made the move, and you were looking obviously for a difference, but speak maybe a little bit about the advantage to living here as opposed to the States. A lot of people mention the money thing. I mean, but just a.
It is. I mean, yeah, it's cheaper.
Was that a consideration?
Yes.
Or were you leaving no matter what?
I was leaving no matter what. But and of all the places in Latin America, I mean, Costa Rica is not the cheapest by far. It's one of the most expensive, and so. That's true. But on United States standard, it's still a lot cheaper. Depending, of course, on what you're talking about, I guess. Gas, no.
Food. Food's getting right up there with the rest of them, I guess. Yeah.
But so financially, yeah, that's helpful. I think that.
No, it's just the advantage. Sorry, it's just the advantages to coming down here, living in a foreign country as opposed to the States.
Yeah, the lifestyle. The lifestyle in the States, it's all focused on money, and how schedules and how fast you can do things. And obviously here, there are no schedules because it's Tico Time. It's a relaxed lifestyle, and I like that. I mean, they have the expression pura vida. And if anyone deserves this expression to use it daily as much as they do, it's Ticos. Because they live a life that's tranquilo, and it's simple, and it's pure, and so...
Yeah. That's definitely true. What about, disadvantages? Okay, now, did you miss anything from moving from the States, or was there a blatant thing that you're like, wow, this was a big disadvantage?
One of the hardest things that I've found here is I've always been a very trustful person, and I love to give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove that otherwise. And coming here, I realized that I had to actually learn to distrust people and to not give them the benefit and to put my guard up first, and because there's
cover your bases
and don't if someone wants to help you find that bus or help you with your bags, I mean, you can't just normally in the States you thank you, that's wonderful, it's not like that here. But again, some of my biggest lessons came out of that, because if you are robbed of everything you have, and you are in a situation where someone really, really needs you. I've learned from these people here too, that you don't just offer the change out of your pocket. You give them your hand and you help them get out of the situation.
I actually do want to kind of catch on. You are a woman, so I mean, what do you think about the whole woman perspective? Did you see any difference in that? Was it difficult? Did they look at you a little different? Did they take you serious when you're dealing in business? Did you Spanish, which is obviously important, so that probably helps. But do you think you got treated any differently in whether it was buying the house, starting a business, or some of these things where you're interacting, more in the legal aspects and